5:35 p.m. We have one agenda item tonight, but it is Keel Smoke Shop, denials, and, we're gonna get started here momentarily, so that all of our members are here, and we're gonna begin with four of them. And 23 Clinton Ave, so the first one.
155.
Sorry. Hold that, I had it right here. 155 Compton Street, is, the first denial appeal. So if anybody's here, yes, then, Andy, scratch, just put your name and, business, right there on the list and, tell us a little more about it.
The owner of 155 Tompkins is represented by Robert Romeo of Romeo and Romeo out of Syracuse.
Okay.
I had a chance to speak to Mr. Romeo last week, and the owner had made an offer because they had expanded their non-conforming use regarding sale of glassware. They have ceased that use of selling glassware and would be agreeable to the issuance of the permit conditioned on them not selling glassware. Additionally, they did sell to a person under the age of 21. They have retrained their staff. They have electronic verification in place for IDs. So I would recommend granting the permit with the condition of them not selling glassware. And if you can add anything you'd like.
That's exactly.
Okay.
So we see the first time we get the letter, we see the glass we took them down. And we had multiple training, and we even have certificate for it. But the guy who sold to under age, we had to let him go, and we hired a new one, and we had multiple certificate of training, and we have a system there that you can't sell any alcohol or tobacco, that has to go through the machine.
Those are the kinds of things that I assume are posted conspicuously right there, the certificates of the training or anything like that, or is that just something they're?
The training wouldn't be, but their license will.
License.
It's supposed to.
Yeah, so and that's great, okay, all right, good, is that all? Thanks for that, coming up and don't know that we need any discussion, I'm kind of gonna have to rely upon Randall and, Mr. Lewis and, Chief and Roy on these things, and if so, I will,
To grant the permit, the appropriate motion would be to overturn the denial and
Okay.
grant the permit on condition.
okay, on condition of
No selling glass.
no selling glassware. Okay. On one condition. Okay, I'm gonna try to do the first one here. Okay. Good. I'm gonna move that we, approve the appeal, conditioned on, the applicant's assurance that there will be, no sale of glassware. And, on the premises
For the use of cannabis.
for the use of cannabis.
And also they gotta give records of 12 months worth of training.
Is that in the package here? Just, or?
Well,
Another condition.
He had a training certificate.
I have it.
So he's got training.
I have it.
For staff and future staff, it's not very good. So, again, that motion is a conditional motion to, reverse the denial and, grant approval.
With those
With
conditions.
those conditions. Hold for a second.
Right here.
Second's been made, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That is approved.
You'll get your stuff in the mail.
Okay, then, good. Thanks, Charlie. Any orders, Randall?
No? Okay, I'll move on to that.
We'll move on to 23 Clinton Ave. If you're firm enough to talk about that, same thing, just like put your name down and,
So, I'll be interpreting, my name or his name?
I'm sorry.
I'll be interpreting for him. Do I
Okay,
put my name or his name?
both of your names.
Okay.
You as the speaker and he's the owner. Also, explain to us what, you might guess.
So he wanted to know what's the denial for the license for the tobacco and cigarettes.
لما قوية عملنا يتحركها في الإرسال هذا طريقة الجسم لما عند المكتب ولا حتى المكتب ما يسوي
And he's saying is that the letter that we got on the mail for the denial was because of it was sold for $1.08. And the case has been dismissed for that. And then we're waiting to get it from the court, that the case has been dismissed, so we can also provide it for you guys as well.
Okay. We need that, so we do it, don't we?
The mere fact the case was dismissed at court doesn't mean it's not a ground that the board should consider in making its decision. I'll let the chief talk about what exactly they went through with it. My understanding is there were two instances. One involved selling cigarettes to a person under the age of 21. The second one involved selling cannabis to an undercover officer. So whatever they pled out to in court is irrelevant to the fact that those are two things that took place.
Oh. So what they did also is that nothing was any CABD or TAC in the business or in the store since the last incident. There was nothing, and then the person that was working there has been also fired. And there's also there's new staffs and everything's been,
Was this a worker selling it on his own then?
yeah. It wasn't the
He
owner.
he wasn't selling product of the owner.
So the worker, he did it without doing the drill that he was supposed to go through.
Yeah,
So when he sold it to the underage.
okay. Okay. I guess, chief is that as well.
Wasn't the person at the cash register's personal possession, he was selling stuff from the store.
Okay.
They went to the back of the store to get the Delta Light products.
Okay, what, front retailer should we choose, it was something that was,
ولا يتعرف في شيء مثلا ولا لطيف ولا شيء ولا طاقة كان موجودة في الشركة تزول.
So he's saying that he had an also inspection. They came and they checked all the stores. All of them.
مثل اليوم اللي بقى قضية سمحت لهم يفتشوا المعن من دون يعني لا يفهم يعني إنه محكمة خليتهم يعني يفتشوا المعن ما فيش أي دراسة يعني دلتا ولا حاجة ولا أي حاجة كل شيء كان بالشركات وبالزول
وسلموا لي
إلى سلموا لي كذا
سلموا لي
إلى سلموا لي هذا من المحل الذي يسمى بس كل شيء من قدام خليتهم يفتشوا المحل كله ما لقوش.
So he's saying that also the same day that they came in, he had them check all the facility for any products, and then they took it all out
بالشركة
inside the showcases.
بدهم كمان أما خليتهم يفتشوا الورق.
And they also checked in the back and they took them all.
نعم دي شكل ما فيش حاجة بالبلد.
Oh, so they checked them, there was nothing inside, no in the back, and whatever they had in showcases, they took them, so there was nothing inside the facility that belongs to the store.
هذا الأغراض اللي كنا نبيعها كان وقتها مسموح لنا yeah, كان مسموح لنا.
So, and then the time that he was selling the Delta 8, that time it was still legal
yeah, فرصة
for selling it.
ما فيش لازم نحن نخبئهم بالورق.
There wasn't any reason for them to put them in the bag.
Oh, let's
Yes.
just.
Back,
Yeah.
Yeah, so the license,
Did you have a license?
yeah, that was the license.
وقتها كان إنه ما كانش طلع ليس وقتها.
So that time there wasn't no license that we could apply for.
That case been كلها سنة.
So the case for it was been like 2 years ago, but yeah, Delta 8.
Well, you may have not had a license, they may have not had a license, but you still have to apply for one to be able to sell.
Yeah. لكن لكن تقدم على الليسن.
على طريق.
اوكي تقدم على الليسن ممكن تبيع حتى لو ما كانش محتاج الليسن كان لازم تقدم على الليسن. So okay, saying that he didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
Mhm. He didn't know that there was an application, that there was already like the application for the Delta 8.
Okay.
Well,
لهم طبيعي بحري. هاي اسم صحيح. مشكلة معمل.
No,
so he's saying that because of the case has been dismissed for the,
The court case is next.
yeah,
Okay.
but what did he has to do?
مشكلة معمل. أنا عندي بالعسل على التداول ممنوع عليه بالمحل موجودين المفروض ما بيع.
Yeah, so he's saying that now that the court case has been dismissed, what did he need to do so that he could get the license and since he don't want the CBD, but since that time, he hasn't been sold any of the stuff, he don't want to do it, but for the tobacco license, why is it like, what is he could do that he could get it again?
or you can.
They can't, you're saying you want to reinstate, you want to get a new tobacco license.
Yeah, what does he have to do to get the tobacco license, but the permit or the license, or, yeah,
That's more,
That's the state.
that's more.
That's what we're here for
no,
today.
not the state one.
not the state, the city license.
The city license.
The state license, he has the state license there.
Roy,
On top of this, with the denial, this parcel, his store is in violation of the maximum distances from school, from another facility that has a license. And if you throw in,
Yeah.
you throw it, so not on top of everything he has here, that this is in violation of those other three. Oh, sell cannabis products, not cannabis, but they sell the glass and rolling papers and all that stuff, which is not allowed anywhere but GB one. This is essential business. Okay,
I don't know that we should even, I mean, I'm not sure that I wanna go through the questions we always go through or not, because it's not really appropriate.
They're not trying to deny.
No, not for tonight, no.
So the decision at this point is just, do you uphold the denial or reverse it?
For now,
Yes. I think there's more work you have to do, and making progress, like training and changing around the layout of the store, certainly, they're not gonna, but discount it.
If this is upheld tonight, it's done and over.
It's
There's no coming back for it.
Yeah. Remember what Roy said, it's like central business district.
Yeah.
Because there's no additional licenses to be had after tonight. This sets the baseline for the city, and then another license can't be issued unless 2 of them go away.
Were you able to explain that? Oh, they're just-
Kyle, you have any question?
So I think my interpretation is he's applying for his
He's applied.
license, he's been, since 2.5 years ago, got to go the same, hey, it's been 2.5 years, I haven't done anything wrong, they're firing out. I don't have a license. I mean,
So this is
maybe more of, I would say, more of the reason.
The last thing, there's no like
I'd like to see, but
additional,
Even with that said, what Roy said too, where he's at. The store is at, his location, all of that, that's all the factors.
Physical
It's not just one thing.
It can't be,
no, it's physical, well, as far as.
So mind you, without these other violations, he's grandfathered in the law.
Correct, but I think it's good to know, it's
The other
good to know
violations
based on,
are-
based on, yeah. But that's more. Yeah, consideration.
Denial. Sure. You know, Nathan, later to that, I think that the. Physical distance is the thing that you can't get around. And you can't lose that if it wasn't a violation. Such as saying, the officer. And, but when you can't. So that's also there.
Yeah, I can see that, that location is an issue with the law, yeah, that's what you. Right.
Well, that's a motion, that's one.
It was a different location.
So all city emergencies. Out is burning. 46.
Okay, follow your advice and
Based on the amount of Delta 9 that they confiscated at that point, I would encourage the committee to uphold the denial by the zoning code office.
All right, I'm gonna issue this denial, I'm gonna uphold the police and the zoning office of the issues of the denial. But one of those factors that we're considering is something that can't really be changed, and it's something that, you know, is the physical distance from, that's one of the very first things that the state agreed to when they started passing their legislation was a physical enumerated distance from schools and or having daycares and things, and so those are things that are not possible to get over. That coupled with what's already something that is, you know, recorded as a violation, I'm gonna make a motion to uphold the denial of this, or uphold the, denial of this application. Yeah, look for a second.
I'll make the second.
Second has been made, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. One eighty Main, 22. 180 Main Street is our next.
So 180 Main, he is here.
Yeah.
Believe in the appeal. They have a problem with paperwork.
We turned in paperwork.
They have 180 Main, they don't have 22.
I was thinking 23.
180 Main, there's an appeal on record for.
So it's only thing that comes to me.
No.
They're the same owners.
Oh,
No,
that's-
no.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Okay, well, that's what I was told. That's why it's on that paper.
Well,
Hi, my name is Chris Spadolini. I own the building at 180 Main Street. And I originally sold, I've dealt with the business about 10 years ago. And I guess we're a little confused on why he was denied his application.
I have illegal tax stamps that we're gonna get more information from, these guys who are, where.
Right, yeah, we saw that in the denial letter, but that situation did not involve Mr. Mosip's store or his corporation. That it was somebody else. I don't understand. Maybe they can shed some light on it, where we're headed.
Yeah, we did an undercover stay at the store to purchase, THC product. When the person went into the store, it was underage agent that we were utilizing within the store, purchased. I was told the other store was a place to go, so they walked him over to the other side of the store. Where he was able to purchase, 1.5 grams of marijuana. Asked for more, he directed the officer to upstairs, person living upstairs. After that purchase was made, we did a search warrant for both the store and for the apartment upstairs because he directed him to upstairs for more product. We confiscated 2 packs of cigarettes that had fraudulent stamps on them, 6 pages of fraudulent tax stamps. So 300 stamps themselves in those pages. And quantity of marijuana and THC products that are currently still.
And that's, the part was separate from business.
That's people that, yes,
Yeah.
people residing in the apartment
Work there, but it's physically separated from business, yeah.
And now the business in question was the one on the corner that you guys
Two separate,
raided, right?
two
Not,
separate
not Super Lucky Express.
But Super Lucky Express took the officer, the undercover agent over to that other location.
So it was an employee of Super Lucky. I didn't hear this version of the story. So an employee of Super Lucky took them over to the other store and did that.
Right.
Okay.
The other
Because
stores-
I've worked with Abdullah now for 10 years and he's been more than willing to do whatever is necessary. That store is very important to the south end. And
the other store closed.
yeah,
Just
the
so that-
store that they had a problem closed. That was owned by someone else.
Separate. And they had their own license, that was separate completely.
And Super Lucky now, they have removed all their glass. They're willing to do whatever needs to be done and the training, I'm sure he's more than willing to do training on everybody that's in there. But like I said, that store is very important to the south end. And Abdullah was not aware that this was going on. Because it was not him, it was, I guess, somebody who'd been working at the store. And also that case, from what I'm told, not that I don't know if it matters, those guys have not been found guilty of possessing these fraudulent tax stamps.
The stamps were hidden in a couch, and they didn't know they were there. And the packs of cigarettes could have just been bought at another establishment, they didn't know. Like, they're just there, but that's not tied to the store. It was improperly printed on the police Facebook that fraudulent tax stamps were found in the store, and they weren't. They were found in a private residence. And then every single news outlet picked up that story and published it all over the area, which hurt them a lot, and it wasn't even true. It was false information.
Well, tax stamps were upstairs in part of the Belleville location.
In a private residence, and they did not perform a search warrant on Super Lucky Express. They didn't perform a search warrant in Super Lucky Express, yeah.
Okay, the staff person, not the staff person of Lucky Express. Took the investigator up to the,
No,
Yes,
To the
to the other store.
to the other store, not
yeah, but
upstairs.
not to
apartment.
not to the apartment.
Right, and then the clerk in the other store said if you want more, there's more product upstairs.
Oh, I got
I've never heard that.
Okay,
I've
those
never
those
heard
guys
that.
aren't affiliated with that fella. Other than the one worked in the store, which.
anybody else have any questions at all? When you read it at all, aware?
I just want to add to the case hasn't been disposed of yet because there's a warrant for the person.
Possess the,
And he's fled the country, so we haven't been able to locate. Yeah,
I'm sorry, what is that part?
we have a warrant for the person who was responsible for the tax stamps and for the marijuana in that apartment.
The clerk, that Glenn Mulder, or the one that was in the apartment?
is it
The first or the first one in the apartment?
Person in the apartment. Yeah,
I'm sorry, guys, for you.
And I'm inclined to follow what we did with the Tompkins Street property, if they agree to a license condition on not selling glass. And to provide training to the CBA, group of training for all current employees and all new employees for the next year to grant or to reverse and grant permit.
Appreciate that, and I will do everything in my power to make sure they do that, because obviously I have an interest too, but
Absolutely.
they're good guys, and I was kind of shocked to see that they got moved up. I've been with them about 10 years now, and it was tough at first with communication and everything, but I've learned quite a bit. They're good guys. Thank you.
Anybody else have any? Yeah, I would agree that this is really a case of a bad employee. That bad employee could be at any business, but they could go do something and we might kind of police chase, whatever type of thing, but I would say the training of the employees.
They agree. And here, and that's something you're, as far as you're capable of doing the training, or at least finding the training.
We'll make sure they find training and
or frontline,
yeah, I think that's available through the state. I know when I had this, they had some programs available like
yes,
this.
it's a little, it's an effort that you have to make to
Yes.
get them there. They
Yeah.
have them documented, to have that
Sure.
shown to the city officials, we should have done that, because that's what we're gonna condition.
Yeah, we'll get on it right away.
Do they have any way of checking electronic ID? You know, just like the other store does?
We do.
They have a program through the lottery terminal. The lottery terminal will check IDs.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, does anybody else thought on this one at all? Because if not, I'm going to move to, reverse denials of anything on 180 Main Street. And, I will, with a condition that glass, not be allowed to be sold
For use of.
for, can avoid cannabis use, and that, training of employees, and that is all, that transact in the business, the proof of their training be provided to our, codes up.
Yep.
And,
We'll do that right away.
that was my motion conditional, and I'll look for a second. Second has been made, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On to Maine is not.
No appeal filed.
Now he's here.
So I think
22 Main Street.
is here.
I know.
First of all, we just found out through information that it's not the same one, because you know, they're daily grind, they're not the same one.
We're super lucky
It's
express
super
now.
bad. I sold these guys their businesses. And two separate corporations, and I have documents. I didn't realize that Sammy was gonna be here tonight, or I would have brought those documents with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on top of all of that, I never saw no weed, no cabinets, no gummies, nothing. All I have is tobacco and few glasses. I never received any letter from you guys not to sell glasses. And I took them away from the window, all the way inside. Take them and destroy them even right now.
We don't have any appeal paperwork from him at this point.
Okay.
So I'm gonna recommend that we just put this over to the next meeting and we'll let him get it in. But he has not filed an appeal at this point, so we really have nothing to proceed on.
There's a procedure that the others that were here, a form that they filled out, a packet with it.
They got sent all that.
They got sent all that, just we haven't received it from you yet.
Do you have that document, Sammy?
No.
You can get it downstairs tomorrow at City Hall. Caitlin can get yours.
I can go run down and grab one now if you want one.
Yeah, that's fine.
I really don't mind.
You know, I have one, maybe two.
Oh,
I'll make it easier.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, table.
It was tabled until next meeting.
So then,
I make a motion to table.
Motion's been made to table. That means that we'll do it the next time you have an opportunity, but you have to fill that form out, and if you get it in time,
Yeah,
maybe as quick as you can next meeting.
Sure, I will.
Motion been made to table, I'll look for a second.
I'll second.
Second been made, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
22 Main is April. So that's both our
Thank
next.
you to everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, minutes or anything, I don't think we got it. Move to adjourn.
Yes. Thanks a lot.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Second, made, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.